Welcome, ladies and germs, to another installment of Virtual Formula League Racing. This is Season 3, this is Race 5, and this is the iconic Belgian track, Spa. We're racing Tier 1 today, a sunny day for both sessions, God bless. Should be an interesting one, because this is the second time we've come to Spa, I believe last season, or Season 1 maybe. I think I remember Sick Boy taking the victory on a last lap overtake on either Connor or Robert, I'm guessing one of those guys. Today, missing a couple big names, most importantly the Alfa Romeo boys, both Mirko and Connor Kidd, which reminds me, Happy Paddy's Day, especially to all the Irish out there. Day for celebration. Hope y'all are getting after it after the race. And we've got three drivers who are exiting the pits on medium tires. That is the Red Bull, Lemkes, and Robert. And leading the pack out, it does look to be those two Williams drivers. Yes, they are. So Sick Boy and Steph are getting out ahead. They will be the first to set a lap, and Steph most likely carving a little tunnel of air for the championship leader to try to set a good first hot lap. No idea what the time should be looking like, but we'll soon see. Let me just check the stream is working all good. Stream is working all good. What's up, Polly? I see you in chat. I am watching the chat from time to time. As we see, here goes Steph with Sick Boy ahead of him. So it may be Steph that is getting the first hot lap, or they're just doing it together. We'll probably see as we go through Eau Rouge into the Camel Straight if Sick Boy does bow out of this lap, or if they're just doing it in tandem. Slipstreams are massive on this track, of course, and there goes Sick Boy off to the side. He will bow out and wait for next lap to take his turn, and we will ride on board with Mr. Steph for our first hot lap. And there goes United 199 is DQ'd from the session. Got spun around, going the wrong way. Not sure how that happened, but that is a heartbreaker for the man in Alpine. Steph rocking a very, very nice German helmet. Not sure if I've ever noticed that before. Steph comes across the line now for a 1:43.1. Again, I haven't done my research. I don't know what times we can be expecting. Sick Boy takes a trip off into the grass. And there we just had a full speed collision between Tristan and B-Rob. Not really sure at all what to make of that. I think B-Rob and Dark may have been slowing down to try to get their laps ready. I don't know if Tristan was on a hot lap. He might have been, but that was a big crash and will take Tristan out of the session. 6 drivers on the board now, with Sky on those mediums, setting a 1:45.4, pretty much second and a half almost, or no, 2 seconds really off the pace of the soft runners. Steph's time is holding pole for now. And I'm going to try to check up on Discord to see if I can find any more information on that collision between B-Rob and Tristan. As it stands, the 2 McLarens are the ones trailing Steph in P2 and P3. B-Rob seems to be on a pretty solid lap so far. We'll try to see where his Sector 2 time... 1:15.4 again, I don't know what that means. Oda and Cameroon will be subbing in today for the Alfa Romeo boys. I believe that may be the only subs that we have. It does look that way. And there goes Dark on pole. That's a 1:42.7. B-Rob finishes in at a 1:44.0. So Dark going 4/10 faster than Steph, and now I think we are starting to see the times that may end up standing at the top towards the end of the session. Robert, who came out on the mediums, I believe, already back into the pits. I feel like he does that quite often, coming out on mediums. Catch a nice job made into the pits. Cameroon is coming around on an invalidated lap. Sick Boy currently in the pits, but again, he is the driving championship leader after serving a quali ban last race. Nearly got a race ban, or did get a race ban for this race, but was reversed due to some much needed rule changes. So he's able to get out there, but he will need to keep it tidy if he wants to compete in the following races. I think I might have seen a purple Sector 1 for Tom Taylor here in the Aston Martin. He's keeping it very tight. Well done. JKS Racing has gone up to P4, 1:43.8, so now JKS and B-Rob splitting those 2 McLaren drivers that were staying in P3, P4, right behind Steph. A bit ago. Tom coming across the line now, and this may be a pretty competitive time. I haven't been paying attention too closely, but haven't seen any big moments throughout the lap. He will go second with 1:43.120, which is 500th quicker than Steph. Alright, so I can confirm that Tristan was not on a hot lap or anything, and just sort of mind left him for a few seconds, and in those few seconds he ran straight into the back of B-Rob. Sky going out for his first laps. On the softs, and we have Robert, who, I don't even know how he got spun around like that, but he will continue on with this lap. I'm guessing he may take a second lap around to get his tires back to temperature. Cole was epic, goes P3 with a 1:43.1, as well as Lemke sneaking in there, and look at the time differences between P5 and P2. All within the same tenth. Darkstein still not close to being touched quite yet. That may be due to this man not yet setting a lap, and he won't on this one either, as he invalidated somewhere through Sector 1. Robert, that lap won't count as well. We have a Haas coming down to the bus stop, but that is a valid lap. We have McLaren's coming in after him. Poppy 5 tenths up on his P10 time. That would put him at 1:43.5, which would put him around P7. If he can hold that pace, we'll see if he does so. Coming across the line now, where does he go? Is a 1:43.1, another one, so he picked up 3 extra tenths in that last sector and goes P6 above his teammate and joining the list of 1:43.1s. That is now 5 drivers all within a tenth of each other, and 3 drivers all within 100th of each other. Just 5 thousandths of a second separate Lemkes and Poppy, but 3 spots separate them on the grid. I believe that might have been Oda jumping a spot up. Perhaps it was Sky sending a lap. Not sure. Saw something change. Again, Dark staying on top for now. Steph invalidates this lap and next, I believe, with the way that he cut that corner. He'll come across the line and the map will stay red. No good for him. Sick Boy trying to go around once more to set his first hottest lap, and it's not going to happen here. I think he may have been planning on slipstreaming with Steph, but Steph invalidated, and that's B-Rob going off to the side. Was he giving a slipstream to Dark, who's currently on pole, but setting a best through Sector 1, I believe. We'll wait to see if that section with the grid turns purple in just a few seconds here. Oh no, and Dark loses it. And that's just the front wing though. Lucky for him. Will he have any traffic coming by? It's just his teammates, so they should be able to stay out of each other's way. Dark seemed to be on an absolute flyer of a lap. Thankfully for him, he is still on pole. He already got 1 solid time out there, and his session is not over. He will just need to go back into the pits, and I think he should have time, but it may be a little close. As of now, not a whole lot of movement. That's a nice job made flying by on the... Oh no, now he's on softs. His only time so far is on the mediums. And this time will not beat it. I'm not sure what happened on this lap, but both the Mercedes need to get a flying lap in, and they may... Well, as of right now, I guess they'll be starting on mediums or hards, but... Would think ideally will be... Gonna lap in. There goes Robert for one last pit stop. Is Noise following him in? Yes, indeed. And here go the Williams. Steph still up in P5 with that first time he said it's doing him lots of good. His teammate needs to get somewhere close to him as well. And they do manage to hook up on the straight to get this slipstream. Steph moves out of the way there, and that should give Sick Boy a hefty increase in speed. We'll ride on board with him to see how he takes this lap. As I mentioned before, he is the reigning race winner at Spa. And as it stands, a fantastic quality session from Tom Taylor. P2, top of the 143 ones. Would expect a few more drivers to be able to get in between him and Dark, if not above Dark. Sick Boy being one of them. He seems to be on and ripper of a lap. It went purple for just a moment. That's a retirement for Lemkes, who will hope to maintain a P4. Again, I think Sick Boy may be coming for pole on this lap. It has looked rather flawless. We'll see if he can take it through the bus stop chicane cleanly. Of course he can. Gets on the power. And he goes pole by a whole half second. Thought it was a very good lap from Dark, but that is what a great lap looks like from Sick Boy. A 142.2. And provisional pole for now. And in my opinion, that will be pole for this Grand Prix. I think this is a flying lap from B-Rob. My eyes are still on the two Mercedes, who B-Rob is coming up on the back of right now. Both of them yet to set a competitive lap time. And B-Rob not doing so either. He's got 59 seconds to get to the checkered straight to get another lap started. And he should be able to. Is he out of fuel? And he may be out of fuel. That may be the end of B-Rob's session. I think it is. Who else will have one more chance to get a lap in? I believe Dark is going for another flyer. Can he maybe challenge Sick Boy? Cole was epic, is sitting at P3, 142.7, a lap that nearly equals Dark's P2. Fantastic quality from Cole. As we've become accustomed to in Season 3, quite an array of drivers up at the top of the qualifying grid. JKS Racing will finish his session in P12. Oh no! Both the Mercedes did get across the line in time. They will not be close enough to receive a slipstream, but they will have one last shot to set a time on the board. Dark 2/10 up through Sector 2. Unfortunately, that won't do much to catch Sick Boy, but it will do quite a bit to secure his front row position. We'll ride on board with the remainder of the Ferrari's lap. Coming across the line now, and he goes a 142.3, improves his time by 3/10, so a fantastic lap from Dark, but only goes to show how impressive Sick Boy's pole setting lap was. Is Poppy on a hot lap? I'm not sure what's going on with the time up there. He's coming across the line now, and he will improve. I probably didn't catch that. I bet it was invalidated or something. Sky comes across the line. He goes up just one place, I believe, to P2. I mean, to P10, I'm sorry. And we'll finish with the Mercedes, who have a lot to do in this final lap. Have they done it? Nice job, mate. He sits in P4 in the Drivers' Championship. And now he sits P5 on the grid. That will be enough. Good lap from him. Where did Robert finish? Did the Mercedes boys get it done in time? Half of them certainly did. Look at that, man. 4 Brits at the top. Robert, where's Robert? What? Was that an invalid lap? Robert did not improve. And that is our starting grid for the Belgian Grand Prix. We'll likely see the drivers outside the top 10 choosing to start on mediums, I would expect. I think it's a pretty comfortable soft to medium combination for this race. Man, the Irish on Paddy's Day may have been celebrating a little too early, finishing at the back of the grid. Time for me to go get a drink. Formation lap is underway. Sick Boy and Dark will be starting on the front row. Cole and Tom starting right behind them, followed by the rest of the names that you can see on screen. A little foggy day out in Spa. Sorry, I know you guys don't care, but there's some basketball being played today in America that I gotta keep an eye on. So I'm finna load that up. There we go. This can often be quite a crowded entry into turn one here, so lots to watch on the first lap. May be a little difficult to keep track, but we'll try to keep that position change tab open to see who the big winners and losers are. The grid is set in Spa. The lights are up. Luke J. Gilly jumps the start. No, and he collides with Poppy. Luke is out of this session. A messy start on the grid. And I believe that maybe darkening ahead. No, Sick Boy does close him off. Lots of jostling going through turn one, but it does seem to be clean. How will they handle Eau Rouge? Tom Taylor and Lemkis going side by side. And they do it. Poppy nearly losing it. Lemkis does lose it. That's the sound of him crashing into the wall. B-Rob with a better exit onto the Kemmel Straight will get the inside on Poppy. Will he be able to close it off? Meanwhile, Dark has taken P1 from Sick Boy and will take P1 into this turn. B-Rob loses out on that battle to Poppy, checking down the line, and it seems that really just Lemkis and, of course, Luke J. Gilly, who was disqualified right at the start, are the two biggest losers. Sick Boy taking that Sick Boy line. Oh no, and is that Sky falling? Does he have any damage? It appears he might, as he was braking pretty hard coming into his turn. I can't see anything on his front wing. It looks like he was safe. He's just getting past. There goes Pitt down the inside of Tristan. And fairly clean battles from my appraisal throughout. Lap 1, no, B-Rob! That has to be damage, taking the bit of that wall. Did he not get damage? Will be a good indicator coming into the bus stop here. I thought he crashed into that wall. As Sick Boy does get P1 back. He got dark in the bus stop chicane. And B-Rob does seem to be damage free, so I think that was my mistake. That's Tom Taylor moving on Cole was epic. He will secure the move. A second gap separates the top three, as nice job made finds himself included there. Just 5/10 back from Dark, coming a little squiggly through Eau Rouge. Cole is epic, just about a 10th back from Tom Taylor, and he's laying on that ERS, trying to make it go for the inside movement. Can Dark make it? He gets ahead going into this turn, but they'll have to go side by side. Very close racing between the two OGs. And now Nice will get into the battle. Does he look to have a go at Dark? No, but it does shrink that gap that once separated the top three from Cole. Oh, let's look at this move. JKS going on the inside. That's a very difficult corner to overtake. He backs out. Dark right on the back of Sick Boy. These two have been stuck together like glue for the first opening laps of the Grand Prix. Sick Boy goes a little wide on that. That may have been a warning. So far, no penalties given out. So far, Pitt, Tristan are the biggest winners from the start of this race. Both jumping 5 places. MOC gaining 4 and Sky falling back 6. However, lap 2 is finished and the next straight will have some DRS to go along with it. Sick Boy does create a little bit more of a gap throughout that bus stop chicane. It seems like he may have a better setup for that tight couple of corners. 6/10 is a lot to catch, but if there's any way to do it, it is on this straight. Will Dark make any sort of go for it? Let's try to see if he's using up any ERS, and I don't think he is. There's really no point in exerting a whole lot of effort to go back and forth here, but B-Rob does get by Poppy. Poppy looks to get right back at B-Rob. He'll choose the outside line. B-Rob closes it off, but Poppy trying to find some room on the cutback, not able to. And will fall behind B-Rob. Might have picked up a track warning along the way there. Oh, there's Cameroon and Robert making runs. Darsan and Cameroon going side by side. Cameroon going nearly into the wall, and now Robert right on the back of them. He's got a lot of work to do. Oh, and there goes Cameroon flying, and can Robert avoid it? He did his best to, but may have still picked up some damage. Cameroon going sideways, catching the inside curve on that turn. Sky with a good recovery. He's gained 3 places since I last checked on him. But he is now under threat from Robert Diaz, who's coming fast into the bus stop chicane. Doesn't have any interest in passing him there, but may try to get very close to him as they enter these DRS zones. And Pitt, he's just 2/10 back or so from MOC, and MOC struggling to stay within DRS range of JKS Racing. He may be a bit of a sitting duck here if Pitt can stay close through Radeon up into Eau Rouge. MOC sliding a little bit, holds on, but now we'll have to hold on to P11 against the charging Haas here. And the speed difference on this straight is a lot. There goes Pitt on the inside. Very well done from the Haas driver. Nothing MOC could do about that one. And a stellar start so far from Nice Job Mate, who has made 2 difficult position overtakes moving up to P3 and is now in a good spot to fight for this win, just 7/10 behind Dark. Cole and Tom Taylor, the drivers he passed, still hot on his tail, and B-Rob tracking down Steph, who is without DRS as well. A very nicely spaced grid for the time being. Lemkis is the one who is trailing very far behind. But other than that... Oh, Steph is the first one to enter into the pits. That's lap 5. Medium tires are very strong here. How strong is the undercut? We shall see. He was in front of B-Rob. We'll try to keep an eye on where he comes out and what tires he decides to put on in what will likely be his first and only pit stop. He does go on to the mediums. They should be able to last the whole race. And can anybody make a move on this straight? Robert Diaz will almost surely have Darsan, and who's that off? That's MOC, and in comes Cameroon too! A Red Bull and Alfa Romeo both losing it through the tricky Eau Rouge and Radeon. Robert Diaz did get Darsan. Nice Job Mate not only picked up 3 seconds of penalties, he's the first to do so, but he also fell back from the 2 front runners. He's now a second back from Dark. That'll mean it's a 3-way battle between Nice, Cole, and Tom for the time being. And these two look to be gaining on the Mercedes quicker at every turn. And Nice Job Mate seems to be losing a little grip through each turn. Steph was the first to pit. Who will follow his lead on lap 5? Oh, Nice Job Mate is so close to the DRS detection zone, but I don't think he's going to manage to grab it. In goes the race leader, Sick Boy. Oda goes in as well. And a very close start to the race. I like the way this one is shaping up. Seems to be battles all the way down the grid. Nice Job Mate will not have DRS. He will be able to hold on to P2 regardless. We have a yellow flag in Sector 1. Oh, that's somebody off. I think that's Sky. Sky off as well. Both Red Bulls in consecutive laps taking trips into the boards. Poppy on the back of B-Rob. That is something to watch closely. And how good of a lap can Dark put in here? If he can keep the pace that he had last lap, that would be huge for his track position against Sick Boy. But one could think that, oh no, is that Tom Taylor off? A very good recovery, manages to get back going on the track cleanly, but his teammate will pass him. Darsan and Robert will pass him. Or no, not Darsan. Yes, Darson. No, Tom is fighting for it though. I don't think he'll be able to, oh. That's a nice job, mate, and Dark Inferno into the pits now. Cole, the only one to stay out. B-Rob, he's also staying out. And where does Dark come out in relation to Sick Boy? He's coming out now, and he will be far, far behind Sick Boy. More yellow flags. That's probably through Eau Rouge again, and that's Cole was epic out of the race. He lost it on Eau Rouge, and there goes a VSC. And that shows the strength of that undercut. Sick Boy coming out. How much time separates him from Dark now? They were neck and neck until the 2 pit stops. Dark will have 1 lap. Fresher tires to race on for the remainder of the 22 laps, but he may have a tall task in front of him as Sick Boy. One could expect to just rip through this grid now. Only 3 soft runners remain. That's B-Rob, Poppy, and Pit. You would have to expect that they would be coming in now. There goes B-Rob, there goes Poppy. JKS will take over the lead of the race, and Pit is staying out. He will look to stretch these soft tires to their absolute limit. And now we get to see where B-Rob comes out in relation to Steph. He was the one that was battling with him when Steph took that early pit stop, and it looks like Steph will be coming out ahead. Yes, by quite a lot. B-Rob will be put behind Oda, and Sky right on the back of him. Can everybody keep it cool through Eau Rouge? Sick Boy does get Darsan. He's already up to P5. And Pitt did overtake JKS on the Kemmel Straight. He will be in P1 now on those soft tires. Dark hoping to follow Sick Boy's lead and get through these 7-lap-old medium runners. Tristan picking up 3 seconds of penalties. United 1 sliding a little bit off track, and look at the better grip that Dark has. That'll allow him to hang on through that corner, take P7 from United 1. And now it is nice job, mate, who United 1 will need to fend off. Here goes Sick Boy, not needing to do much to get by Tristan. I don't think there's a whole lot of defense here. Maybe there is, but I'm sure Sick Boy will get him in the bus stop chicane, and Tristan nearly takes him out. A little bit squirrely on that gradual turn, and he's got it. Oh boy. He does hold on to the space. Brave driving from the Aston Martin driver. He certainly will not be able to hold on to this position for much longer, as Pitt does go in for his first stop. JKS is now leading the race with Robert Diaz just a second behind him, and that's a yellow flag in Sector 2. Who could that be? It's a Red Bull. And that's MOC out of the race, and a safety car deployed. And who does this benefit the most? Wow. So that will send all of the medium runners? Is it every single one of them into the pits? And I mean, you know, I'm tier 2 for a reason, so I don't trust myself fully to call this sort of things, but I believe that is not ideal for these medium runners who are hoping to stretch these soft tires much, much longer than lap 9. Steph, who pit for mediums, was the first to pit, goes in for another one. And now pretty much everybody is on equal tires. So you know what? Oh, God. Maybe it did help the medium runners out a little bit. I don't know. I'm fine being wrong. We'll wait for Lemkes, Cameroon, and Sky to catch up. Maybe quite a while, though. What? Our front three from the start of the race retake their positions. That is Sick Boy, Dark, and Noise now leading the race. Oda has managed to move his way up to P4, and where did he start? He started in P12. Robert Diaz already gained 11 spots, and he is now on the hard tires. He may struggle for some pace for the remainder of the race, but regardless, he is in a much better position than once he started. Tristan goes in the pit. One more lap around we go in Spa, then racing will resume for the second half of the race. This is about the halfway mark. This is a pretty nice track to watch cars drive around, though. No incidents for the duration of the safety car. Happy to see that. It is going in this lap. We will ride on board with Dark Inferno to see how he and Sick Boy handle the safety car restart. Sick Boy trying to get him. He does. And look at that little gap. And no, was there an incident? Look at nice job made trying to go around the outside into turn one. Dark covers it. JKS trying to get in on the battle against Oda. Or maybe that's Oda trying to get into the battle against JKS. He keeps P4, and nice job, mate. Just 2/10 back from Dark. Dark tried to jump Sick Boy on that safety car restart, but Sick Boy seemed to have a best one as you can. That is Steph getting United one down there. Positions hold through the top. Dark Inferno trying to hold on to his best finish in Season 3 so far. He's been in the position to bring a podium home, but has had a series of unfortunate events stop him from doing so. Will that unfortunate event be named Oda today? Or nice job, mate, if he can catch the Ferrari. Right now, it is Dark and Sick Boy leading the pack. Dark going a little wide there. I think it may be worth it. I'm going to go in just to check warnings for the two front runners right now. Sick Boy with 1, Dark with 2. And nice job made with 3 seconds of penalties to his name. So if the closeness of this grid holds for the second half of the race, we may have some drivers down the line able to jump the Mercedes, who currently holds the third and final podium spot. Here comes Robert. He's got a lot of pace, a lot of traction going into the bus stop. Does he have a lot of guts? He does go down the inside, and Oda will have to concede the space. Meanwhile, Tom Taylor, he gets pit, and that's 2 overtakes going on. Yellow flag in Sector 3. And I'm not sure what that yellow flag was for. There may have been some battling as well between Dark and Sick Boy as it stands going through Radion and Eau Rouge. Dark right on the back of Sick Boy, and he may look to have a go at him on the Kemmel Straight. In fact, he does. Sick Boy, how much is he battling? He's not letting out any ERS. Dark with 57% will take the lead into turn 1. You don't get the opportunity to do so quite often, so when one could argue that you, for strategy's sake, want to wait on those overtakes until the very last chance, Dark jumps on it now, and he will have P1 in the Belgian Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Robert holding his place against Oda. That was a big jump for Robert. Again, he started P18. He's up to P3. He's on hard tires, but he will have no more pit stops left to go. Oh no, and that's Pit. Pit off the track, spinning around, trying to get back, facing the right way. United one picks up 3 seconds worth of pens. No safety cars of any kind coming out. And here's something interesting to watch. Will there be any team orders at play? Nice job, mate. Has had an absolute banger of a race, but he does have 3 seconds. And look at that. Nice job, mate. Gets into the back of Sick Boy a little bit, which leads Robert to get into the back of Nice job, mate. A little bit of shaking throughout the bus stop, but positions hold, and that's Poppy who's gone off now. And he just passed the pit lane. He will have to take another trip around with that broken wing of his, and that is disappointing for the one McLaren driver left remaining on track. Here goes Sick Boy. He will get the easy overtake back on Dark Inferno. Steph will pick up 3 seconds of penalty. And does anybody else have a chance to make some gains? B-Rob. He's 2/10 back from JKS Racing, who's over a second back from Oda. There goes Darsan and Tom Taylor. Tom Taylor racing his wheels off here on this track. Meanwhile, JKS in just a few seconds has shrunk that gap from Oda, and he will need to keep that number below 1.0 if he wants to hold off B-Rob behind him. Oh, we have a very tight knit group back here from 10 to 12. As well, stretching back down to Tristan, very close. Oh, and Sick Boy may have pulled out the gap. No, it's going back and forth. I think Dark will hold on to the DRS for this little straight. It doesn't do much, but it will keep him within a second if he can get on the power here. There he goes. Oh, and B-Rob does make the move on JKS into the bus stop chicane. Shame I missed that. Was trying to check if Dark would hold on to that DRS zone. And now B-Rob is the one that may be a bit of a sitting duck. Sky, Tristan, and United One going 3x3 through turn 1. How will this shake out through Radeon? United One going a little bit wide. Will that give Tristan a chance to cut back? No, position to hold. Is Dark going to retake the lead? Lots of moves to be watched. They've already made it through the turn. Oh! United One breaking a little earlier than Tristan. Tristan thankfully doesn't look like he has any damage, but he may be gunning for this overtake now. He is on soft tires. How many people are on soft tires? Quite a few, but I would imagine they won't have long left on them. And Dark, just a lap ago, seemed like he may have lost the pace to Sick Boy. He's now right back on him, and Sick Boy picks up his third warning. Oh, Dark can see the path to victory. He just needs to keep this race clean, hold off the ones behind him, and stay on pace with Sick Boy. He doesn't need to be over greedy here. If he can just finish 1-2, he will have the win without any penalties. That is a tall task. Oh, look at Sky going on the inside of Darsan on the hards into turn 1. Great move from him. As it stands, nice job, mate. Just barely outside of this battle. Dark will get the overtake again on the Kemmel straight. And there goes Robert, past his teammate. Robert is now free to fight. Tom Taylor once again getting past JKS Racing. And Robert already nudging that second mark to Sick Boy. That can make things very, very interesting for both Sick Boy and Dark Inferno if Robert can join this battle. Dark, remember, just needs one warning to equal Sick Boy's penalties. So while he doesn't want to be too greedy, he has to know that a penalty for 3 seconds is not unlikely with only 6 laps to go. It's a very long track though. Oh, and look at Sick Boy getting this slipstream. He may look to make a move into the bus stop chicane. It would be a risky one. He's going to go around the outside of the Ferrari. And he will get the move. Dark won't be able to battle back quite yet, but now heading into the bigger straight, it will be Dark that receives the DRS. But his bigger issue is that Robert is now right on his tail. Once teammates now both chasing Sick Boy, battling for a win. Both of them have no penalties. And have got to be in an aggressive mood in these final 5 laps. Sick Boy trying to break the toe. Careful there. Dark does regain the lead. Meanwhile, Steph making a move on JKS. There he goes up into P8. Tristan get it by Darsan. He is on those softs though. And they may be stretching them to the end of the race. In fact, I would almost assume that's what they have to do at this point. Another pit stop would about take them on. Tom Taylor picking up 3 seconds of penalties. And Sick Boy just seems glued to the back of Dark through every turn here. That's a yellow flag in Sector 2. Oh no! Is that Steph? That's Steph off the track spinning around. And what has been a fantastic battle between these two drivers carries on into the final 4 laps of the Belgian Grand Prix. Robert has done an absolute amazing job to get himself into the thick of it. He started P18, got a small amount of luck with that safety car, but a large amount of pace to blister through the remaining grid up into the battle for P1. Nice job, mate. Fallen off the pace quite a lot. He still is in P4. Oda right on the back of him. Meanwhile, Sick Boy does get ahead of Dark going into the turn. Can they keep it friendly? Meanwhile, Oda gets ahead of Nice Job, mate. And he holds him off. And now help B-Rob get involved. And now Dark once again going into the back of the Williams. This is going to be an electric finish here at Spa. If Dark and or B-Rob can hold on to their penalty-free race, they will easily jump Sick Boy at this pace. Regardless, it is these 3 drivers who have a 3-second gap to Oda back in P4, so Sick Boy won't be falling off the podium. As it stands, B-Rob mighty close to Nice Job, mate. Now he falls back a little bit. But really, the attention will stay here. Dark, Sick Boy, Robert, arguably the founders of VFL, taking it to each other in Spa. Sick Boy trying to make do with a 3-second penalty to him. Now Dark is the one who goes around the outside of the bus stop chicane. And Sick Boy will be the one who gets the DRS going on to the Kemmel Straight. Back and forth we go. Sick Boy is locking up pretty consistently into turn 1 though. I'm not sure how much that will affect his pace down the closing parts of this race. He is right on the back of Dark. And once again, he should have an easy time overtaking the Ferrari, but watch out for Robert. He's got 40% ERS and he is looking to use it. Dark is a sitting duck. Oh, Sick Boy and Dark go side by side and bump wheels and almost spilled over into Robert. And now Robert will take a very aggressive inside line, and Sick Boy will have to fall behind them both. So now the battle turns to Dark and Robert, who are both penalty free and on even ground. Robert on 8-lap hards, keeping up with the medium runners. There are 3 laps to go, and this one is an absolute classic for VFL. And I'm honestly not sure how it happened. I was paying attention to the battle at the front, but Oda has been passed by Nice Job, mate, and B-Rob. Maybe it was always like that. I don't know. I could get confused. Robert and Sick Boy going very close to the bus stop chicane. Dark does have over a half-second of gap from Robert, but that will do very little to protect him from the insane speed advantage you receive on this straight. Can B-Rob make a move on P4? He's penalty free and in a good spot to put himself on the podium once penalties are applied. He's 5/10 back from nice job, mate. Meanwhile, Sick Boy trying to get Rob. They're both trying to get Dark. Dark trying to get himself as wide as possible. He's sitting in the middle of the road. They go 3 wide and nearly spin out. Dark holding on with all he can. And now he will let go and fall into P3. Sick Boy getting ahead of him. B-Rob staying behind. Nice job, mate. What a terrifying position to be in there for Dark. P1 with 2 mega fast drivers flying up on your back end. And now there are no big gaps to speak of from the 3 front runners to the rest of the grid. It's less than a second back from nice job, mate. He has picked his pace back up as well as benefited from this constant battling between our 3 front runners. Lemkis picks up 3 seconds of penalties. Sick Boy with 25% ERS. Robert 33. Dark 31, and he's spending it. He's 7/10 back from these two now. Sick Boy looking to make a move on Rob going into the bus stop. Robert goes flying down farther. Sick Boy pulls out of that overtake opportunity, and now Dark does get much closer. And there are 2 laps left to go here, and it is anyone's guess how this one may end. These 3 have come oh so close to taking each other out through this turn that follows the Kemmel Straight. Will they be able to keep it clean for 2 more laps? We will see as we go through it all once again. Sick Boy 4/10 back from Robert. Dark 8/10 back from Robert. Sick Boy easy overtake on Rob. Can Rob hold off Dark though? Yes he can. Dark not able to really get into the fray on this straight, and he'll only have 1 more chance to do it. These 3 going very, very close, and now there's lots of contact. When too little aerial view is tough to see. Now Sick Boy, he'll try to get this inside line on Dark. And now they'll go side by side, and please stay safe. Nice job, mate. Loving this. He's right on the back of the 2 drivers now, and look at this line Dark is taking. He'll have to let Sick Boy go ahead, and now he'll have to defend from the Mercedes right behind him, and Robert has over a second lead. Robert may have secured a victory on this penultimate lap. And from what I can tell, none of these 3 drivers have any outstanding incidents that need to be cleared up. So what you see here is what you get. We have 1 last lap to shake this thing out. But from all good reason points to Robert Diaz going from P18, going from mediums to hards, taking the race win in Spa. An unbelievable drive from him. He's got a second and then some of space to Sick Boy, and for the first time in how long, there will not be a change of lead coming out of Eau Rouge. Dark has to lift a little bit to keep his car on track there, and will he get ahead of Sick Boy? It doesn't really matter. The more important thing is that they stay clean. Dark cannot pick up a single warning on this final lap, and he obviously needs to keep his car on track. And this may look fantastic for B-Rob. This may be a double podium for the boys back at home in Maranello. The first one for both B-Rob and Dark if it can hold, but there is still a long trip around the last 2 sectors of Spa, and there goes Sick Boy. That's another 3 seconds of penalty. I can't believe it. He's got 6 seconds now, and he'll drop all the way down to P6, P7 maybe. The grid has stayed so tight. Such good driving means that Sick Boy's 6 seconds will take him clean out of contention. Dark has closed the gap to Robert. If the race was 23 laps long, this may be Dark's for the win, but it's not. It's 22 laps long, and Robert has got the win. What a drive from the Mercedes driver. Happy St. Patrick's Day to the Irishman. He takes home an absolutely incredible victory in Belgium. There he goes across the line. Second place is Dark. It's his best race of the season, followed by his teammate B-Rob Sick Boy dropping down to P6. And what a race we got to watch in Spa today. That was a blast. And I will try to get maybe Dark, Rob, and Robert into the chat for some post-race interviews. One of Robert's best drives in his long, illustrious VFL career. The first podium for both Ferrari drivers. B-Rob sitting P3 in the driver's standings. That will help him quite nicely. And through qualifying, the Brits had the front 4 spots locked out, but it is the luck of the Irish that reigns supreme today. Fantastic drive from our podium placers. I'm gonna get this screen here and then get some invites out for an interview. We see that. Picked up a little tip from Tristan. Shout out. Oh no! I was gonna get my teammates, race directors. Dark Inferno, welcome to the green room. What did they used to call it? That room?
I have no clue, but the
Fantastic.
Ferrari.
Well done, mate. I think you are the first to join the party, so let's start with you. What an absolutely incredible race. That was one of the most entertaining races that I have got to watch. I mean, where to start? It was an incredible battle between you and Sick Boy for the duration of the race until the difference came in his penalties, and then Robert sneaking in from nowhere. Give me your summary, your feelings. What are you feeling right now?
Oh, I feel relieved. Finally got a good result. I've been pushing so hard to do well. I feel like it's all been taken away from me the first half of the season, and finally I'm due some good luck. So you're right on that part. I've got no words. I'm speechless. The battles I had were so good.
Yeah.
I was getting a bit cheeky with the defending, but you know what? P2, P3 for B-Rob as well. Just doing well. We're doing really well.
So I think the defining point of Robert's win at least came towards one of the final few laps when you three were sort of trading positions for the lead every time down the Kimmel Straight. And then something seemed to happen between you and Sick Boy going into the bus stop chicane where all of a sudden Robert pulled out a second or so that pretty much closed the deal. Do you know what happened there that ended that three-way DRS train towards the end?
Yeah, it was a bit strange. My initial plan was to sit behind them until the final lap, where I had DRS on Robert, because Sick Boy wasn't really a factor anymore. So I tried to get DRS on Robert, but when I tried to overtake Sick Boy, well, I was going to sit behind the bus stop chicane, he kind of broke really early and I almost ran into the back of him, which forced us alongside. And then throughout the penultimate lap, he really aggressively defended against this position into every corner, and especially Puon, where I backed out, but he backed out at the same time. So we lost such a massive amount of time. So then Robert was able to run away with a win there. But either way, it was a great race from Mr. Downey.
Sure was, and Ferrari getting their first 2 podiums, and it comes in pairs. I don't think B-Rob has joined the party. I know Robert said he can't. I think Oda may deserve to join this one as well. Yeah, he did. And I guess we can add Sick Boy since he's asking, but I've sort of gotten sick of interviewing Sick Boy, if I'm being honest. Okay, good. You can help me out then. Well, congrats, man. That, as I said, one of my favorite races in VFL history. That was so exciting for the final laps. I had no idea who was going to win it. And so happy that you guys were able to battle so closely without anyone taking a trip into the walls. So congratulations on your first podium for Season 3, on your best race in quite a while. Congrats.
Thank you, man. Much appreciated.
Dark, feel free to stick around. You said you want to ask Sick Boy some questions. Please do. But for now, Oda, congratulations, man. Proved a lot of people. You want to silence some haters with that race. Well done.
Yeah, it was a real amazing race. Could have been a podium, but mistake into the chicane after the Camel Straight. I went very oversteery, and B-Rob took away from me the position that I was unable to get after the race. I got most of my positions after the safety car. Almost everyone pitted during the safety car, and I didn't pit, and I got to like 12 positions after.
Oh.
And my mic disconnected. Sorry for the inconvenience. And I kept my position after I pit, which was P4. And it was all around a great race. Had great battles with B-Rob. Nice job, JKS during the race, and I got nothing to say except congratulations to Robert Diaz for the win, and the podium for Dark and B-Rob.
Very classy of you, Oda. Good job, man. Congratulations. Yeah, again, big statement drive from you, coming off the bench from reserves, waiting on standby, finishing P4 and having an incredible race throughout. Congratulations, man. Happy to see you racing back on the grid. And what a clean race from you, Oda. Great job.
Yeah, it was I heard after the chat with Tom Taylor that there was Wi-Fi connection problems and Macau was laggy, so maybe in incidents report we will see if something comes up.
All right.
And I would like to wish you to.
Oh, thank you very much, Oda. That's very kind of you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm sure they're going crazy for it over in Saudi Arabia.
No one's paying attention. Everyone is putting their minds on Ramadan in after 2 weeks.
Fair enough. Well, regardless, man, it's a special day for you. A fantastic race in Spa. Congratulations. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we now move on to Tristan. Tristan, I'll be honest. I was paying so close attention to the top of the grid, I'm not even sure where you finished. So you just walk me through what you want to talk about.
I finished P12. Well, qualifying we don't want to speak about because, well...
Yeah.
I don't know. I was about to go in, or start another lap, I can't remember. And then, like, my mind just went blank, and I just started driving forward. I wouldn't go off the accelerator. And then my focus back up too late, and I just went into the back of B-Rob.
Yeah, that was
just left.
One of the weirdest incidents I've seen, and I caught that on stream, so have fun watching that back from that point of view. I think it'll give you a chuckle.
I don't want to watch it.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, I started P18. I was doing alright. I was up to P7 by the safety car, but obviously the front runner was already pitted. And then I went to get pit onto the set softs, and I accidentally switched it onto mediums. And I'd just been on mediums, so it fucked me because I should swear. Oh,
you can swear.
But I couldn't. Honestly, I went on to mediums. I went medium, soft. I pitted the lap straight after.
Yeah.
But I lost like 5 positions because of it.
Tough position for you. Well, happy nonetheless to hear your side of things. Thank you very much for joining us. Unless there's anything else you want to say, that will do it for the stream.
I think that's it.
Fantastic. I hope I talk to you once more on Sunday, Tristan. Good luck running the stream.
Get another podium.
Hopefully. That will do it for us in VFL from Spa. An absolute banger of a race. I had a whole lot of fun. Hope y'all did watching as well. See you same time, same place next week on Thursday. Catch Tristan hosting the Tier 2 stream this Sunday as we take on the same track. Until then, have a good one. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Adios.